Hey, welcome back. All right, we're going to wrap up with the wiring portion for the fuel pump, sending unit. Just write this little section and get everything where we want it, so we'll be done with this little block. Okay, we've got the ground wire we poked through, ground wire for the sending unit. Let's just go ahead and we're just going to slide this through the frame real quick. Okay, cool. And then we'll clean it up over here. It's going to be going to our black ground wire right here. Actually, I'll show you real quick how we're going to do this. It's called a military splice. We're going to come in. Let me get my light on. It might help just a little bit. So we're going to come in, barely open the wire up. Don't cut the wire, just peel back the insulation. Take a needle. Real easy, just make a little hole. And then we're going to come in with our ground wire. And this is the one that's connected to the 10 gauge ground cable and the other sending unit ground wire going to the frame. So we know we're going to be able to supply a good frame ground right here. So we're going to make it a little bit longer than some of them. Strip it back, twist it. Now we got a good little wire ready to go through the hole. And then we're going to twist it until it smoothens out, flattens out, excuse me. Boom, that's not going anywhere. Gonna get some European electrical tape over here. Wrap it, insulate it, what we stripped, without using butt connectors. Now we have a very solid, clean ground connection. Bringing the wire up, we're good on that. So let's go back over here. We're going to be doing the ground, excuse me, we're going to be doing the sending unit. Wire is going to be gray. That'll be going here. Let's go ahead and solder. I already crimped it. Let's go ahead and solder this one real quick. And then we'll solder the, whatchamacallit, the primary 10 gauge wire for the fuel pump. Soldering iron's still hot. Let's get some solder and get this guy done real quick. Let's get it heated up just a little bit. And you'll see it'll start to flow here. Just like that. Boom, done. Get the smoke out of there. It's cooling off. We got a good connection. We know there's not going to be an issue with that once it goes on. So let that cool off. While this one's cooling off, I'll set this to the side. Let that cool off. Let's get the 10 gauge fuel pump wire ready. We're going to strip it a little bit more because this connection over here is kind of, feels like it's all the way soldered through. It's just one of those more rigid wires. So we're going to come in, try and twist this as well as possible. And we're going to get some heat shrink in here before we do anything else. That piece will work. Get this guy down there. Leave it just like that. Let it sit for a sec, and let's get some heat on it and get this thing soldered up. Let's go from the top. Push down on it just a little bit, not real hard. Let it start heating everything out. I still haven't turned the radio on here in the shop, but someone's driving by with some Tejano. So we got a little bit of music in our Sunday afternoon life. Get some more back over here, make sure it flows all the way through. Big drip, no problem, that'll come off in a minute. Let's make sure this side's okay. Okay, it flowed through. All right. So we'll let that cool off for a minute. Let's get this extra little wire out of there. Cool. So we'll cool this off. We're not going to be doing it soldering later right now, so we'll go ahead and let that cool off. Let's get this, boop, just tap it and it just slides off. So that's what it looks like. Okay. So while we're waiting for that to cool down, we'll come back. Now that this one's cool, we'll work on this. Just clean up the lead for the sending unit terminal. Like that. Bring it over a little bit. Don't want to over tighten it and mess it up, but just get it pretty snug. Now, let's get this guy over here, get the heat shrink over. Voila. Now what I want to do, just in case, maybe it's just me, but I like putting an extra layer, since we're dealing with fuel. This will be in the fuel area. Let's just put an extra layer of insulation around these connections, just in case. You may not need to. Some people are like, oh, you don't need to do that, as they're smoking a Marlboro Red, dealing with gas tanks and everything. That's how we used to do it in the garage. Maybe, but okay. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, extra protection, extra insulation. I'm good. Okay, so now, let's see how we're going to take this. I do want to insulate these wires right here. Let's go ahead and clean it up. We'll bring it right back over here to this connection over here. Bring these guys up just a little bit. Then that's a little bit too tight for those. So what I'm going to do, untape this section. I did a little bit too tight. So we want it to be able to go all the way up kind of when we tuck it. So we're going to bring this out just a little bit. Right there. Then we'll come back over. We're going to put some more tape in just a second, clean it up. Now it'll go up right where we want it to. Right about there. So let's do this. We're going to pinch this and just clean this edge up just a little bit. Not concours, but boom, it's clean. There you go, not too bad. Then we have the big flex swim over here, and then we'll clean this up. We're going to tuck this through the frame, opening over here. It's going to be running back with the fuel line. Let's just pull some slack on it. There we go. All right, that's it for today. We'll come back and work on it tomorrow. Yeah, if you have any questions, any comments, let us know. We're here to communicate, walk you through what we're doing, why we're doing it, and can't wait to get this truck on the road. Let me turn the light off so I don't blind y'all. Whew. Everybody have a good day. We'll see y'all next time. Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace out.